everybody in the universe should take Mod 3, whether you're a or not.
Yeah,
Right?
I absolutely agree, because it is it's a module in which you can return again and again and again from a new level of perception yourself. And every time you experience that information, you understand it at a different level. And it, to me, it's really is a mind-blowing journey where we start to break down the limitations that we've acquired in our own life. And what are those limitations? They're beliefs that we've adopted from our parents, that we've observed in others when we're very young, that continue to influence us in our adult years. They influence our health, they influence our wellness on all levels, physically, mentally, emotionally. And every time we we break down one of those limitations and we start to see things differently, we start to experience them differently.
So the next question I have leads into, how could this come up in a body talk session?
Well, there's so many ways that we can be taken into aspects of consciousness in Body Talk. Module 3, or Principles of Consciousness, teaches us essentially 3 different balances that we can do when we're relating to consciousness directly. So we can be looking at themes that show up in people's lives that influence the formation of belief systems and their interaction with their world. We can be looking at the representation of the mind in our physical body as well, through our organs, endocrines, and body parts. And in the foundation of the Body Talk system, we talk a lot about the concept of downward causation, that the physical body is actually a representation of our perception, of our beliefs and our thoughts and our expectation, of our emotions, of our energy, and the physical is a representation of all of that. So working at the level of consciousness is really the highest level of influence we can have on the physical. And it's oftentimes the aspect in which we can have the greatest effect in the end for long-lasting change as well. That a lot of times something showing up physically is really a symptom of a mental or emotional stress. And what I love about Body Talk is that it allows us to get back to the source of that problem or that symptom, as opposed to just working purely on that physical realm. So I find this the most impactful influences or impactful balances we can do in Body Talk when they come up as a priority. And in fact, any balance that we do in Body Talk can take us into an aspect of consciousness through definitions. And that's how we can see that working here on the physical is a direct reflection of something on the mental or consciousness level as well.